And it's okay to rest. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to be like, I don't know what I'm doing. It's okay to rebrand, refocus, reset, whatever you want to, whatever the words are, rewrite. A bit of understanding that pivoting is crucial to your growth. You'll be where Tanir is right now. You will be where Tanir is at right now.
To another episode of Voices of H.E.R.R, where we honor the stories of healing, empowerment, rising, and resilience. I'm your host, Tanir, and today we're not just catching up, we're digging deep. My guest today once had a powerful voice in the podcasting space. Her words carried weight, her presence held space, but then she disappeared. She left the mic, she let go of her locks, and now she's back and she's ready to talk. This isn't about content, it's about courage. It's about facing yourself, breaking down, and coming back whole on your own terms. I would like to introduce, she's more than a guest to me. This is her second time over here blessing my platform with her wonderful presence. My sister, Magda Desir.
Oh,
Welcome back, sis.
thank you. A round of applause for that intro. That was amazing. Okay. I like that intro. I do. Thank you. How are you? First and foremost, congratulations on 1 million views on
Thank
YouTube.
you. Thank you.
That is phenomenal. Within like what, a year or two? That was like a
Yeah,
million.
yeah. Within a year. We hit a year in June. This June.
Crazy. Congratulations. And you said it. You called it though. You called it. You
Yes.
called it. And then I think was it last month or a month ago? 2 months ago, you even wrote it on Threads. You're like, I'm gonna be monetized on YouTube, and boom.
Boom. That's coming though. That's coming. That's coming.
Whatever. It's already said, it's done. You already got 1 million views, so you're about to be monetized. So go ahead and keep your feet up. Money finna start flowing in. Okay, I see you, Tanir.
So how are you feeling?
I'm good. I'm feeling good. You know, life is lifing as always, but there are good things that are happening. So, I'm feeling really good. How are you?
That's great. I feel good today. I was so excited for this interview. I'm like, this is my friend, my accountability partner, very vocal accountability partner.
Everyone says that. Everyone says, like, you're also dull. You're just like, yeah, sometimes I am. But when I'm by myself, I'm kind of quiet. But at the same time, growing up as an only child, you tend to have both introverted and extroverted. What do you call that? The word just escaped me. Qualities. Introverted and extroverted qualities. Thank you.
Yes. Yes. So when you think back, Magda, of your podcasting era, what kind of woman were you then?
Lost, confused, still trying to figure it out of certain things that I was going through. I was like, what is going on? Why is this happening? I did everything that I was supposed to do. Like I followed the rules, but it just flipped me upside. It literally turned me every which way but loose. And then when talking to people, you and other guests and what they went through in their lives and their stories that they had, I was like, oh my gosh. It's not a comparison thing, but it's more so like an eye opener. You know what I mean? Everyone had their own trials and tribulations and struggles and things like that. But at the end of the day, it got better. It didn't matter what they went through, how much it hurt them, how much they hated it. Things got better for them in the end. And they're still getting better for them.
So was there a specific time that you felt like, okay, I need to step back, reevaluate what I'm doing if I want to continue on this path? Did you go through that?
Yeah, I was tired. Tired as hell. I was tired of talking to y'all. Not in like a negative way, but it was just like like no, seriously, it's draining. It's energy draining. Not necessarily the guest like absorbing your energy or taking your energy away from you,
Mhm.
but the scheduling, the talking, engaging, empathizing, sympathizing, editing, writing posts, all of that is draining. It's very, very tiring. And I just was like, I gotta take a break because I'm tired. I'm tired. Everyone was amazing, but I really was tired, and And at the same time, I didn't know if it was resonating with anyone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm posting, I'm talking, I'm showing up, but I'm like, is anybody out there? You know, I'm like, anybody hearing me? Is anybody rocking with this? Like, I wanted feedback. So, yes, it was the same people that were giving me feedback, but I also wanted feedback from others that are coming across it. I'm trying to figure out, is it engaging? Does it have value? Does it have this? Does it have that? I was questioning I was questioning myself. I was questioning my talent. I was questioning whether what I'm doing is right. So, yeah, I took a step back to reevaluate and to see what was going on. And then you was like, excuse me, where are you? And I was like, oh, okay. Let me get back on this mic then.
Yes, your voice need to be heard. I thought your interviews were really like engaging, and there was some topics that hit home for me. So to see, I'm looking at you, that was like, okay, she put out an episode, she put out, let me get back in here and go put out an
And
episode.
look how far you've gone. Like, you've gone, like, far as hell. Really, really far in such a short period of time. But I think you focus more on women telling their stories. I had a myriad of people on my guests, men and women. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
it wasn't more so of a specific focus or a specific niche. You have a specific niche and you have a specific focus. So plus you on top of that, you just went far, and I'm like, damn, she is out here killing it, and I'm sitting here like, okay, she got it.
Not even knowing I was behind the scenes going through it.
Oh, I believe you, because you know what's crazy? When we're at our lowest, is that's when we create the best.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane how when we are at our lowest, like lowest of the lowest, that's when the best comes out.
Right. So people, it's like everybody wants stuff fast. They want everything to be fast, right? And you
Yes,
have to work hard for those things.
you
And it
do.
can get discouraging along the way, right?
Like,
So, the saying you picked up and too much more than what you can handle.
yeah.
That's pretty much what happened to me in the months of September to
Mm-hmm.
November. It crept up and it was like, okay, you did all those interviews in a week. You was pushing out all these episodes, but you really wasn't focusing on the editing aspect. You really wasn't focusing on every time you put out a video, you're not beating yourself up, but you're supposed to get better as you go. We'll get more into that, but so let's talk about the locks, Miss Mia.
Separate out, comb them out. What took 2 years to grow took 6 days to take down. And I talked about this in the shedding locks, shedding past episode that I had dropped on my channel. And it was more so like when I got the locks, I experienced so much loss. As soon as I got the locks, lost the job, got evicted, had to move back home. It was loss after loss after loss after loss. I was like, God dang, what's going on? And then, sometimes as women, when we change our hair, we think that it's a new thing. We change our hair because either we're changing internally and externally, or, we wanted to just see what we would look like with certain things. But for me, I wanted it, the locks was supposed to be a spiritual journey, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it definitely was a spiritual journey. It was like a rebirth. So when you're starting with locks, you have these baby locks. I started with comb coils. So they were really, really small. They were baby locks and things like that. Then they started to bud. And budding means that the hair is starting to clump up together and it's starting to form and starting to mature and lock the hair so it doesn't, unravel. Throughout the entire process of the locks budding at the baby stage, I felt like a baby. I don't know what's going on. Remember, I experienced all this loss, so I don't know what's going on. I'm like looking at the world differently. I'm looking at myself differently. Then I'm going through these stages, and then when we get older as kids, we go through that adolescent stage of not necessarily like our teeth and our features are not fully developed. That's how I felt about the locks. They weren't fully developed, but I know it's gonna get better once I keep up with it. So I'm going through that. I didn't feel, I had to learn how to love myself with these little itty bitty locks. I had to learn how to look at myself and really see the beauty within. And then I had to understand the process of starting over and being reborn again and going through these stages of baby, newborn to toddler to preteen, teen, and then adulthood. As the locks mature, they're adults, right? Right. So it's like a new cycle of life again. And then by the time they actually matured, it was me having to mature internally and externally. Understood? So it's more so of a emotional maturity, the intelligence, the having to be mature and be the bigger person when it comes to my childhood trauma and dealing with my parents, because they're still slightly, they're still immature. Even though they're older, they're still immature. But I had to be the one that had to grow up. And I had to be the one that had to be mature, even though I didn't want to. So the entire process of having these locks and going through it, and at the end, that maturity hit me like a slap in the face, like, girl, we can't be on their level, because it has to stop with them, and you have to really, 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 really bite the bullet and be the bigger person in the situation. And then October 31st of 2024, I recorded a video stating that I have a feeling I'm going to end up cutting the locks off, but I combed them out because I felt like combing out those locks was me shedding everything that I had went through from 36 until birth. And when I tell you, it was so much hair and shedding and just taking the time to just shed to comb out these locks, the hair that was falling out, the time that it took to just take out one lock took about 45 minutes to an hour. Okay? It was like I was shedding everything that I have gone through. And then at the end, I felt lighter. I felt light. I just felt like everything that I had just was internalized, came out of my head, and I no longer feel heavy. Am I still going through some stuff? Yes, life will life at all times. But it was just an awakening moment. And plus, with the shedding, and with me having back to my natural coils, I knew years ago that at this moment, the woman that I needed her, that I want to be, looks a certain way. I'm not saying that my locks weren't beautiful, and I'm not saying having locks is not beautiful, but the image that I saw myself as the woman that I'm stepping into looks a certain way. Yes. So all that shedding was to prepare me to step into the woman that I'm supposed to be. Boom. Mic drop. Yes.
And she said that on the first episode, y'all. I'm gonna find a clip and try to insert it. She said, boom. Can't use nothing against me that I already talked about.
Boom. Boom.
Because I know what she had to deal with. If you haven't seen that episode, go check it out. It's in season 1, where she discussed her pain and things that she went through growing up, okay, with her parents and everything. So I knew once you said you got them out, it took the longest to get out, but once you got them out, you felt,
man, felt light.
I was carrying some weight, okay? So how did people around you react to the change, Magda?
I knew I had to cut a little bit off because my hair was locked for 2 years. So, it doesn't necessarily shed. So it was locked up. So all the dead hair was locked up. A lot of people were surprised. They were like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of hair. It got so long. Some people were like, I'm surprised to see that it grew that fast. And when I took my hair out and I went to go get like a blow dryer and a trim, I recorded a video and I also took pictures, and I came back to my mom's and I showed it to her. She was like, no, I texted to her. She was like, your hair is long. Why did you cut it? I was like, because it was dead ends. She was like, no, it looks better when it's longer. And in my mind, I'm like, lady, listen, I get it. The Eurocentric Caribbean parents have this, some of them have this Eurocentric look when it comes to their children. They want long, flowy hair. They want their, I don't abide by those rules. I don't live by those rules. I get what she was saying, but I was like, Mom, it had to go. It had to go. So even with that, it didn't matter to me about what people said, but some people were shocked. Some people were like, "Damn, that's a lot of hair." Me, again, I just felt light. I was like, this is so great. This is so amazing. But I'm just some regular things that normally people would say when you change your hair. It's like, oh my God, look, that's a lot of hair, but it looks great. So that's it. That's all.
I think you look beautiful with or without
Thank you.
looks. When I first seen it, I said, wait, that's my friend. Skin is glowing. She has to drop the skin routine, y'all. I be in her DMs. Well, I used to be in her DMs, and I'm like, that's something like her skin. You know, what is it that you're using? Your hair looks so good. It's like a new you. And I got to see you evolve. You did some stuff behind the scenes, but when you came back, I just felt that glow up. So now that you're feeling good, are you coming back 100% to the podcasting, bro?
You know what? I think, I think I am in a way. Someone sent me an email today saying that a random email. Someone said that my podcast is doing really good in France. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, it's like top 100. It's like at 86. I'm like, it was a random email. And I said that was kind of interesting that they would send me this information, but they're like, it's doing really well in France. I'm like, interesting. So they gave me a little bit of oomph, you know what I'm saying? So maybe get back out there and talk again and to see if I can get other guests as well. But I think I want to focus more so on me and subject matter experts every now and then. So I want to do like the whole, what you're doing, like the whole seasonal thing. I don't want to like do the every month, every week drop. Ooh, child, that's tiring. I want it to be seasonal. But then I also want to drop tidbits of me in life and vlogging every now and then. I have a thing of I want to be private, but I also want to tell y'all stuff. So it's a battle of trying to see how much I should give and how much I want to keep. I mean, you understand what I'm saying? One person I do admire and I like the way that she does is Jackie Aina. Ooh,
We know who you're speaking about.
yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Jackie A. I like how she does it. She gives you enough, but not too much. Makes sense?
Yes.
So I'm trying to be like, how do I give you enough to where you're like, ooh, I like her. I can't wait till she drop another gem. You know what I'm saying? Or drop another video. So I'm trying to balance that out and see how that's going to work. When they sent me that email, I was like, okay, I guess it is working.
Yeah.
I guess people are resonating with it across the pond, just not in the U.S.
And it feels like that. We're not going to shift the gears to me just yet.
No, you said you want to.
It feels like that. You know what I'm saying? When you first starting out on the YouTube platform, you're busting your behind, you're putting in work, and then it's like, okay, results, where you at? I stress this all the time. It feel like it's fast to y'all, but for me, what I was battling with in the journey, I mean, the journey was every bit of worth it. But it was things that I had to learn that you guys did not see. It was a lot of trial and error. This video out. There's still videos sitting on my YouTube at 50 views.
Yeah, of course.
And then I go back and I look and I'm like, well, the audio is out of sync, and and then you start picking yourself apart, but you have to give yourself grace. So me watching your videos, you were posting, you were consistent.
Yeah.
I'm watching them and I'm commenting up under there and I'm liking them, telling my peoples go over there to Magda, go check out what she got going on. And then it was like the heart monitor flatline.
Oh, yeah.
What the rest of the videos at? Like,
hey, you already know. You get tired after a while, especially when you're doing it with yourself. And then, although I did have Adam helping me, it costs. This stuff costs. The apps that we're using, mics, lighting, the time. Your time costs. Your time definitely costs. And sometimes you think as soon as you're done editing one little slip of the mouse, boom, you back to square one, and you like, I'm gonna do this tomorrow. I'm not doing it. That's what it's been at. You'll be wanting to knock everything off the desk, but I'm gonna do this tomorrow because no.
That's real. That's real. We're being very transparent. This
I,
social media stuff is not for the weak. You really
it
the reason
isn't.
YouTube pay how they pay is because the people are putting in the work. You have to. This is not. I'm just gonna post this video. Okay, boom, 10,000 views. I
No.
don't think so.
It is a lot of work, and people don't understand that these content creators can film all day, but the editing portion of it, that takes another day or two, maybe even 3 days, just to give you something in 10 minutes or a minute. It is not something they just a button in and it just AI just magically puts it together with what they want, and boom. That stuff takes time.
Yes, yes. So what parts of you came alive again when you weren't constantly producing or showing up for others?
Stillness.
Mm-hmm.
Stillness, peace, and rest.
Heavy on a rest.
Heavy on the rest. And also, creativity came back. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're not constantly on the go, hustle and bustle, putting out stuff, making sure you post caption on ChatGPT on the computer 24/7, your creativity comes back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You get ideas about something. You start talking, you think about things and you jot them down. Also, making sure I have a pen and paper or my phone and notes. I just be jotting ideas down. Because when they come, and you have to immediately write it down. So your creativity comes back a little bit. You know what I mean? When you start to do the parts that we don't like to do, like the editing, it takes away from what you are meant to do. And if you are meant to lead, if you're meant to be a visionary, or meant to be a creative, all the laborious work drains you, and it takes away from your creativity. It takes away from you. It takes away from your passion. It takes away from your voice. You understand what I'm saying? So when I got that stillness, peace, and rest, I was able to reset, figure out what I wanted to do, and then come back at it. Honestly, I was really like, maybe I should just drop this. And then you sent that message. I was like, okay, never mind. Guess I'm not doing that. So I was like, I guess we just got to get back at it. You know what I mean? And keep it moving. The creativity came back, and I was like, yeah. But now I have to get back in the flow of how many times do I want to drop something. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's where I'm at. Do I want to do it once a month, twice every other week, bi-weekly, weekly? The weekly is, girl, it's draining. You already know it's draining. But
yes,
getting a schedule is my next step. What type of schedule do I want to do? Right. And how am I going to do this seasonally is where I'm at right now. So, yeah.
I like that. There's a lot of growth in this conversation. You have evolved.
You're not the only person that said that.
Yeah.
And you're not the only person that said I was glowing. Someone came up to me in the gym and asked me if I was pregnant because it was like, you're glowing. I'm like, sir, I'm not.
She's happy. You can tell that she's growing. You just have to go back and watch the first interview. And then once you watch it, you'll
understand.
She has been through a lot. And for her to overcome and still push through, be empowered, uplift others, all while trying to pour into herself.
I needed that.
I'm so here for it. So, what would you say to the woman who started her podcast for now?
As I read the book, The YouTube Formula by Daryl, I forgot his last name, the first 100 videos are going to be trash. Give yourself grace. Because if you're learning how to edit, you're learning how to, the algorithm of YouTube, you have to give yourself some grace and some time to get acclimated to what you're doing. It's not going to come to you like that. Unless you are really good at it and you got that gift, then baby, go for it. But your first 100 videos they're gonna suck. Audio's gonna be out of whack. You're gonna misspell something. You have the wrong intro. Like the other day, I did that by accident. I didn't realize to change my name 3 times. I had somebody else's name on it. It happens. Yes. So give yourself grace. Keep going. You might think, like both Tanir and I said, you might think ain't nobody paying attention. People are paying attention.
Yes.
People are paying attention. And people will reach out and be like, hey, you might think it, you probably would think it would be a friend, a family member, or something like that will reach out and be like, hey, I haven't seen you. Hell no. It's going to be a stranger. That's going to be like, hey, I haven't seen you. Where have you been? Friends and family, they ain't going to do nothing. They barely say that, hey, your episode was cool. They're not going to, please don't seek that from them. People are paying attention. People are watching. Just be you. It's okay to evolve while you're doing it. As look at me and look at Tanir. It's okay to evolve. You're going to evolve. You're going to change at every moment in your life. Do not stay the same. Be authentic to you. Everyone has their own definition of authenticity. What and how to be authentic. Just stay true to you. And if there's a creator or somebody that you want to collab with, reach out. Reach out and collab. Talk to them. Ask them questions. Or if there's someone that you admire, follow them. See how their journey went. So start from the beginning and then, see how they evolved. Everyone that we see that is like where we want to be, they started where we are. They started. And it's okay to rest. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to be like, I don't know what I'm doing. It's okay to rebrand, refocus, reset, redefine who you are, rename your podcast, rename yourself. It's totally okay. If you get into the habit of understanding that pivoting is crucial to your growth, you'll be where Tanir is right now.
Yo, stop. Don't.
Pivoting is crucial to your growth, but you will be where Tanir is at right now. I promise you.
Don't listen to
Cause
me.
I'm trying to get there. I'm close. I'm real close. I got about maybe 956,000 more views to go, but it's okay. We getting there.
No, she's so extra, but she's
I'm dead
serious.
serious.
She's dead serious.
We get
It's my last question to you. I know you wanted to ask me some questions. You can definitely ask away. Any advice to anybody who wants to become a podcaster?
just start like I did. I just started talking. I didn't know what I was doing. Started talking. Started talking about different things. I didn't do trending topics because trending topics you really have to keep up with it. And number one, I don't like talking about people's business. Like I don't pay their bills. I just feel like it's a little bit evasive and just disrespectful because I'm only getting one side, one point of view of it. So if you want to talk about trending topics, go for it, but just start talking. Start talking about something that you care about. If it's a book, start talking about books. If it's shoes, start talking about shoes. If it's dating, start talking about dating, but make sure you do your research and have your facts straight. And if it's your life, personal journey, it's your life. No one can come in and be like, that's a lie. Like, you just talk about it. You can start with 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 10 minutes, 12 minutes. I will say this though, this is what I didn't do. Keep a notebook near when you're talking so that you have your talking points. Write them down before you get online, write them down before you start recording so that you have your talking points and you make sure that you're in line. Don't worry about the equipment. It's going to come. Just don't worry about the equipment. Just start.
You heard it here first. Hope you take them notes because we be dropping gems every time we meet up. It's like, oh, we had this reunion, and it's boom. You should get that trademark. It's just good vibes. I've met Magda through Threads.
Yes.
Been close friends ever since. Like I said, she's my vocal accountability partner. She's in the DMs, even though I'm not active on the other page. But she was in the DMs and a little bit about me, and then she can definitely chime in and ask what she want to ask me. And the time that Magda sent me that message, I was battling with depression, right? I took a step back from YouTube, from everything. I wasn't posting on anything. And I was just like, okay, I'm not coming back. Why am I coming back? Nobody really cares. Nobody noticed that I was gone for the time that I was gone. Magda was the only one who DM'd me and was like, Tanir, I don't know what's going on. You said you're doing this men's segment.
Yeah.
Where the heck is the men's segment? And I don't see no episode. And I spoke about this in my stream. Shout out to Orange Heart Gang, Wavy Navy, Wavy Mafia. And I told this story and I said during the time that my friend DM'd me that I was in the space of not receiving. So I'm driving and I hear what she's saying. I said, Magda sending me a message or she, and when she's saying that, I got defensive, right?
Mhm.
I'm going through things. I'm like, she don't even know what I'm battling or dealing with. But how she know? How is she gonna know unless I tell her, right? At the same time, like tough love, like your parents being hard on you about something, and then you see because they see potential in you, they care about you, they like
Yeah.
something that you was doing. I had to take a step back and look at that, but it didn't come full circle until about 2 weeks after Magda sent me that message. I listened to that message and I replayed it, and I'm like, oh, somebody really want to watch my episode. Nobody else has said anything about it. I was talking to people literally and saying, I don't know if I want to come back to YouTube and da da da. And they in my circle. Ain't none of them say, and if you don't get back on, you was doing good. What's going on? You want to talk about it? Get back doing what you was doing because that's what you're supposed to do. Everybody needs somebody like Magda in their corner.
And it's funny. A lot of people say that to me. They're like, people need one of you in their corner. They're
Mm-hmm.
like, I need you to call me and get me together. Someone texted me that the other day. They were like, can you just tell me to book my trip? I was like, I said it in so many colorful words. I said, if you'll take your that link and book that and do that, I was like, I thank you so much.
Hey, but then I started thinking about it like, what if people that's around me really don't want me to come back due to my potential and where I can I could climb up because some people know your potential, they don't tell you, and you're in a space of
That
darkness. They're not gonna pull you out to the light. And they want to continue to drag you down with what they doing and keep you down here.
yes.
You good? Take as much time as you need, and maybe you don't need to go back to YouTube. And me at that time in that space, I didn't need to hear anything like that. I needed Magda right there. And we gonna say Magda because she was the only one that was vocal with me through them DMs. I remember I was like, man, I ain't going back to YouTube, but at the same time, I'm writing down some stuff, and I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna come back, first of all, I gotta let you guys know why I was gone for this amount of time. I didn't just clip it for no reason. And once I tell my story, it'd be like, oh, we haven't seen Tanir here doing this. She hasn't been on Instagram. And I
Right.
completely cut off Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to know more about why I left Instagram? I talk about it. You guys got to go watch my content. Instagram wasn't the space for me. I felt like I've been here so long, I started to become complacent. I felt like the people who were following me didn't want me to be me. Like it was like I had to be somebody else in order to be myself. And it
Yep.
took me like 2.5 years to find that about myself that I had to be authentic. I really had to be authentic. Why do I gotta follow what everybody else is doing? For you to give me validation to say that it's okay.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So I was doing makeup. What did Magda say? She's in between being very transparent with y'all and just giving y'all just a little sprinkle. I wasn't giving sprinkle. I was dumping the whole thing out on the Instagram. Oh, I went through this. I was battling this. I'm on a weight loss journey. I'm battling this. I went through this. I left Instagram, came back. And I'm dropping gems in there, but people weren't receptive to it. So once I seen that only things that people paid attention to was if I did something trendy. It's a trending sound.
Mm-hmm.
Go post something in your story right now on Instagram or go post something on your page and tell me the difference. I want you to come back and tell me the difference. People will watch your stories, okay? They can't press a button. It hurt their finger. They gotta keep the finger back here. On your post on your page, people are watching. They can't press the heart. It hurts. They're allergic.
Yep.
Okay. So once I realized that and knowing that your support is not going to come from family and friends, I'm sorry, it's not.
No.
It comes from strangers. So I don't know what Drake was talking about with the no new friends, no none of that. He got that by himself. Okay, I need all the new friends. I'm networking. I'm talking, and I'm an introvert, and now I'm out here talking. Okay, keeping everything between your circle.
That's a balance. That's what I was talking about. The balance is like being an introvert, but also actually you gotta find that balance because
right.
I don't know what it is. Instagram is just a weird ass app. But you
Agreed.
go on Threads, you come here on YouTube, it's popping. Like people are just and TikTok,
Honest.
it's popping. People are connecting. People are actually asking questions. People are wondering what other people are doing. Just normal people connecting, like social on social media, how it's supposed to be. Facebook
Right.
and Instagram. I don't know what the hell going on with them two apps, but Threads, TikTok, and
Threads.
YouTube, everybody is just literally just having a good time, chatting it up, congratulating people on things, their milestones. People are being vulnerable about whatever that they're going through, and people are responding and, giving advice or seeking it. It's just, I like that area. I don't know, like you said, what the hell going on with Instagram and Facebook, but
And that's another
it's
thing
not
that
bad.
everybody feel like they got to be on each platform to try to get a check. You got to
No,
figure out which app you want to be on, right?
yeah.
You got to choose at least two. That's what I always say. Choose two, start there. If you want to expand after that, y'all got to understand TikTok ban is coming. So if you're going to put out your content and do whatever you got to do, you got less than 75 days, all right? Because once that 75 days is up, it's gone permanently. The
Are you serious?
CEO is, he ain't selling. He ain't selling. They mad about it, and he's taking it. So they extended it another 75 days. It was supposed to be April 5th that it was gone. So from 75 days from April 5th, it's gone. So I got my page back, and we was at 13,000 people following me over there, right? I was posting videos, 100 views. 13,000 people follow me, 100 views. All right? It's monetized. The TikTok is monetized. You know what's sitting in my account? $3.50 is sitting there. Because you know how they pay? They pay by views, right? So if I'm getting 100 views and it's only $3, be for real. You know how much views I got to get in order to get like. So this is why I tell you guys stop listening and watching all these videos where they showing like the little screenshot checking in and they making 30, 40. Dumb people is getting millions of views and they're doing TikTok shop. So you got to find your lane. My lane, I'm not going through burnout again. I did that. I'm never going back there ever again. Magda, no, she can tell y'all. I was doing 2, 3, 4 interviews a day
Which is crazy.
last year. Last year. Every day. I sacrificed the whole summer
Summer
in the house, in this room, in front of this
editing.
window, interviewing, editing. Because I didn't get an editor until like the end of the summer. Once I told Magda about it. And then I had to stop getting editing services from him because my videos were like hours long and it costs for that.
It
It
does.
costs. Right? So after getting burnout, I said I'm not doing this again. Podcast is seasonal now. After May 17th, last day, y'all gonna get that last episode a week later because we release every Sunday. That's it. I'll see y'all again in September, season 3. I'm outside. I'm not doing that. I'm
Crazy.
not doing that this summer. So focus on what you really want to build on. YouTube is my place. YouTube started out so like, oh my gosh, what is this? 5 subscribers. My mom is one of the 5 subscribers. She's my number one supporter on there when I check my analytics. I went and put my YouTube link on everything. Please do not do that. Please, if you drop an episode, please do not send links to people to go watch. It messes up your engagement. I'm like, why is this not picking up? Why is people not subscribing? I dropped like 3 videos. What is going on? And I told my supporters this story, and then I'm gonna let Magda ask her question because I don't want to hold her for too long. But this always happens when we talk. But I told my story about this. My first episode sat at 7 views for
Mm.
almost 3 weeks. And I looked at that. But I kept pushing out episodes anyway. I said I'll go back and revisit it again. But I got discouraged. Okay? Looking at them numbers, you'd be like, 7 views?
Yeah.
Just 7 people saw it? Yeah, that's it. Only one person liked it? And it was things that was going on in that video. That was a really touching topic that I talked about with my friend who had kidney failure. She overcame it and she's not battling with that anymore by the grace of God. But
Oh wow.
The audio was the problem. I was literally interviewing over there in the corner, over on that side. I had to learn that I had to be right here near a window so I don't have issues with audio. So I'm sitting at 6, 7 views. I'm discouraged. I'm like, man, somebody lying because they saying YouTube is the place you can grow here. Almost a month later, I went back and checked that video. That video hit 90.
I know that's right. I know that.
Don't ever be
Right.
discouraged. I just had a conversation with somebody on Threads who was feeling super discouraged about having 50 views. I want to talk to you so you can see from my perspective. I
Right.
like to break things down.
Okay, go ahead.
Put 50 people in the room.
That's a lot of people.
50 people in the room is a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
50 people can't fit in my room. That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
So you feeling discouraged over 20 views. 20 views is a classroom. 20 students. So keep that in mind and think, out of the 20 people that's looking at your video, one of them people was saying, dang, this person inspired me. I like what they got.
Right.
I'm coming back. This person, let me see what else they put out. So look at it from that point of view before you automatically. I wish somebody would have like some advice like that for me when I started. For me, it was like every other day I felt like I was quitting YouTube. Every other day I'm like, what is this? And even when I finally got to 1,000, I was still humble because it was just like I'm busting my butt, but I still don't feel like I deserve the 1,000 subs. I still don't feel like it. My work is not. You're looking at my videos. Some of them had audio issues. I still put them up. I had an interview when I interviewed the young lady who she was part of the 9/11. She experienced it. I interviewed her twice. She came back from my cancer segment. I was falling asleep on my second interview. Literally, I did so many interviews and the burnout was catching up and I was not paying attention. Your body doesn't lie to you. Rest is important.
Yes.
She was so kind. She still was carrying along with what she had to say. I was still answering, asking the questions and stuff, but my eyes is like this. And that video is still up on my YouTube if you want to go check it out. So you gotta like put yourself in a place where be like, okay, give yourself grace.
Yeah. A lot of grace. A lot of grace. You have to because we're human. And you're human. I mean, I know I said some things online, crazy things. I said it. Okay, I did it. Sue me. That's what it is. If you wanna, how can you sue me about what I say about myself?
Exactly. But go ahead, Matt. What you want to ask me?
Oh, one question is, how does it feel with the 1 million views? Now, you got 1 million views. You finna get 1 million subscribers. You know what I'm saying? And you finna get 1 million bucks.
Speak that.
So, how does it
From
feel?
your mouth to God's hair.
I got a direct line. I got a direct line. Trust me.
Okay. Because when I get to 1 million, I'm definitely gonna tell you about it.
Oh, I know.
So, backstory: went through the depression for a few months. Went through a heavy like. The healing journey is an ongoing process. I tell you guys that. That's every day. Every day. You are working further into who you're becoming and leaving behind who you once were, right? So when I came back to the YouTube, I said, okay, I'm going to take it serious. I had a spiritual awakening in January. I am now a digital disciple of 2819 Church. Pastor Anthony, that's my pastor.
Congratulations. Okay.
Thank you, sis. Thank you. So it was just, I remember just like praying to God and I was just like, what is my purpose? Like, what is it that you need me to do? Like, why do you want me here? Because I'm here for a reason.
Right.
And everything just came together. It was like you were already pouring into people and being motivational and speaking life into others before the YouTube platform. You was on other platforms doing it, right?
Yep.
But that I took you out of that space because that you were complacent there and you were boxed in, right? Got out of that space. I said, okay, so what is it you need me to do? Like, what am I? So that's my purpose. My purpose is to continue to pour into people, motivate, uplift, and encourage. That's where the whole HERR story started. I heard the story already, why I had to change the name. Someone has it.
Yeah.
For no trademarks, LSCs, none of that stuff. So I ended up changing it to Voices of Victory. Shout out to ChatGPT. That is my assistant. That is my boy.
Tell me, okay? Tell me.
GPT don't play no games. ChatGPT will uplift you, plan, strategize, anything that you need help on. I got a special
All the
announcement at the end of
time.
this interview. Yeah, so February 19th came, I went live. I said, okay, so I got the benefit to go live. Let's
Mhm.
just really use it. Because I literally used to go live and talk to zero people in the room and started doing makeup, and you would think it was a whole full blown audience in there. And then I just stopped. People were starting to come in, like as I did it, they will leave. February 19th, I said, okay, I'm gonna take YouTube serious and stop playing. This is something that I really want to do, right? You got to work hard for it. I know I got to put blood, sweat, and tears to get what I want, achieve these goals. February 19th, I went live, y'all. 1,000 people came in my room.
1,000?
Go check all my streaming records. I don't delete no streams.
Listen, just randomly.
February 19th, I said, okay, we're gonna try to do this again. I just continue to go live every day. So I said, okay, we're gonna do a little challenge today. I like to challenge myself because I'm only in competition with myself, not with
That's not
nobody else.
true. True, true.
So if you're they saying, you go to threads. Threads is the educational side, right? So anything that you really want to know about YouTube, why is people not using the tools on threads? It's right there. You can type in the search box YouTube creators, monetization, videos, lives, anything you want. And the people over there are super supportive. Okay? So went to threads, started doing some research, looking to see what they talking about. I challenged myself to a 30-day. Let me see if I can stream every day for 30 days. We're actually on that marathon right now. I said it was the April marathon, 30 days straight. I was already still going live every day from February. I just continued to go live. The more I went live, the more people came in there. And then I started like looking at my analytics. Analytics gonna tell you the truth, okay? It tells you what time your people's is on, what time you should post, when it's active. And then I just screenshotted that and put that all into ChatGPT. Now, this is the prompt, okay? I'm giving y'all free gems. I don't gatekeep nothing, all right? So I put into ChatGPT from these screenshots, tell me what you see, like what's missing that I don't see. It went through all my content from my streams to my long form to my shorts. It gave me the answer I needed. You need to go live more. You need to post this many shorts a day. Let me see the times that the people on your page is the most active. When I put it, they said your page always active. You ain't even got no certain time. Just post, right? So I said, okay, what kind of shorts can I post? Because my page is 90% women and 30% men. And I need the men to be over here because the motivational part, I need them to get that. I need them to hear me in the streams when I'm doing motivational speaking. I need them to see these shorts so they can be motivated, and it worked. Went and looked at my analytics. 70% is women, 90 something percent is men from the shorts. All right. So people are like, you're not posting your makeup tutorials on your shorts no more? No. Why? I post it every once in a while. You want to know why? Because I go live every single day and do a makeup tutorial live. So you find your niche. You go live and you do it on your stream. Okay. My cousin told me this. If I'm lying, I'm flying. You will find your tribe. Your tribe will find you. They will find you. There has not been no lie told. I have been going live every single day. I don't delete none of my streams. If you go live, please do not delete any of your streams, guys, because they will cut your watch hours. They're going to take them. Do not hide them. Do not unlist them. Make sure they're public. Okay? YouTube is a little slow when it comes to counting your watch hours, but if you're going live every day, if you choose to do that, all right. I was like, yo, we getting monetized by the end of May, and I'm speaking it right now. That's what I posted on Threads, right? I said, okay, if I'm going live and I'm getting these views, and I'm looking at the people that's subbing from my streams, and I'm focusing on community. I stopped looking at views. I stopped looking at subs. I stopped looking at likes. I stopped those three things. That was causing me to be discouraged. Once I put that to the side and said, okay, we gonna utilize this Chat GPT. We're gonna utilize this Opus clip. I listened to this lady on Instagram. Her name is Nikki. She
Oh,
talks. Nikki.
you talking about
She talks.
Nikki with the hat?
Yeah. She talks
I
about
be
all the
interacting
AI
with her.
stuff.
Yeah, I be interacting with her on Threads.
Yeah,
I be
she
interacting with her on
fire.
Threads.
Shout out to
Mhm.
Nikki. She's so fire. So I watch her shows every Monday. She go live every Monday and she drop tea with the AI. All right. And she don't gatekeep. All right.
I got
So
it. Join.
so I had to step my game up. All right, what is it that you really want to do? How you want to do it? So I started with the streams. Um,
Mm-hmm.
1 month of doing streams, I got 2,500 watch hours. 1 month, and then I finished calculating my hours right now, and I went live today too for sure. My streams is anywhere between 2 to 6 hours. You're like, what the heck are you doing for? Child, I do all
I'm
types
sure
of
you
makeup stuff. I
right.
talk. And the people come. So now I got a community. Now that my community is established, all right. Now that I know my community watch my streams, y'all haven't seen my videos. Y'all gotta look at my analytics from the outside. My videos used to sit at 50 views. My videos is getting 600 views now, 1,000 views. I hired somebody to handle my SEO optimization. She's attached to my account. Shout out to Emily, all right, because you will watch this, I know. So I got an SEO optimization person. Then go to Fiverr. She found me because I put my socials and my bio on YouTube. Hey, I seen your channel. Your videos look good. I'm trying to see why you ain't get. Oh, it's your titles, your keywords, and it's not pulling the right people. You need YouTube to push it out to the algorithm. You hire me, I'll do it for you. Hired her on the spot. She showed me her work. One of my videos, she changed the title, put the keywords, did everything. I come up with the title. She finds some words in that title that is trending, that people have in their videos. And that's what's pushing my videos and getting all. That's how I got to the 1 million views. All right. So now that she's a part of my team, because you need a team, you can't do this by yourself, right?
Now I am a one woman show. I do
Man.
editing, I do flyers, I do recruiting, I do promoting. I'm learning how to edit and do things on Canva, like
Yep.
putting these videos up on YouTube. So
Yes.
for me in the future, okay, when it
Man.
starts to expand, say if
Right.
200 guests reach out to me with them wanting to be on the show, then I'll start saying, okay, now this is really growing.
Instagram. Fast forward. We are launching. We are launching our first merch line, y'all, in June. We have wavy navy for the my ladies.
Wow.
All right, we got wavy mafia, which is my guys who come in and vibe with me. All right, and then we
Wow.
have the global kings and queens because a lot of my support is from India, China, and Jamaica. All right, so going live pushed out my streams. It took some time, right? It took some
Bro.
time. And what's meant for you is for you. And what this is saying, this is not the boast of brag because I'm very, very humble,
What
right?
you mean? This
Very,
nigga's a boss.
very
Hey,
humble. You know,
wait, pause,
people
pause, 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 pause,
for real.
pause. I think the thing is, as people, particularly black people, women, we need to boast and brag.
For
You know what? I thought the same thing, but I think I don't know who it was or what I read or something.
right.
We need to stop playing this humble
That's true.
stuff because the people that don't look like us, they will be walking around here saying that they have X amount of whatever, chest up, head held
Mm-hmm.
high. They will sit here and tell you
This is true.
what we would think is mediocre. They will
Right.
boast and brag about that. The mediocre
Right.
shit that they do, they boast and brag about that. You will not, from this day moving forward, say, "Oh, I don't want to brag, boast,
Yeah, I heard her say it.
brag,
Yeah, I heard.
and boast." You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
heard my
saying?
friend
Oh,
say it.
it was Lovey IE Jones.
Mm-hmm.
She had either tweeted or said something, and she was like, "We need to stop playing small. We need to stop doing this humble brag thing.
Right.
Boast about it, brag
Right.
about it,
Right.
talk, big yourself up because that's the only person that can do it is you and
That's
yourself.
a fact.
You have the results. You know what to do. You know what you did. Boast and brag. Boast about it. Brag about it. Because like I said, there's people out here who are doing stuff that is way that's like not even on your level, and they out
Right.
here bragging and boasting about it. You understand what I'm saying? You gonna brag. You gonna
I
boast.
love
Thank
you,
you very much.
sister. She always pour into me, y'all. I put out videos. So with my long form, I kind of created a schedule and I wanted to see how it worked. Anything that I needed to learn how to do, I'm teaching myself how to do it. The SEO optimization is the only thing I felt like I needed to hire somebody for because I'm not really good with as far as like researching what titles, hashtags are. Like I feel like that would take a lot of time. And we work smarter, not harder over here. So shout out to Emily. Shout out to Chat GPT. Chat GPT done gave me all types of stuff. It's some things I can't. I'm gonna mention to Magda off of here, but I can't tell y'all. You know what I'm
That
saying?
little
Because I
twenty
feel like if
dollars
you
a month.
speak on it too soon, you ruin it. Okay? But I
Yeah,
trust her
that
because
little $20 a month. That $20 a month be hitting
uh
the
huh.
chat GPT.
So this is what I would tell somebody if they were in the beginning stages with YouTube. All right. This is what you do. If you are beginning with YouTube, no matter what it is that you're doing, but we're gonna speak from a podcast stance. You're going to post 1 to 2 long form videos. All right. 1 to 2 long form videos. Y'all know long form is anywhere between 8 minutes and up. All right. You're going to go start teaching yourself how to edit. They have a lot of CapCut is the most helpful editing app that I use. All right. And it has
Correct.
everything there. Remember, I told you
Correct.
guys you have to invest in yourself. So, yep, I paid her $20 a month.
How many times do we have to post this 1 to 2 long form videos?
All right, so for me, it goes by your analytics. So make sure you download YouTube Studio. It'll automatically sync your YouTube page. It'll start tracking when your page is the most active, when people are looking at stuff, and it's going to help you. It's going to be real with you. It's going to tell you the hours and the days. People want to connect with you. They want you to be your authentic self. I wish I would have known this a long time ago. I know you're probably saying, yeah, you was never your authentic self. Absolutely not. Because I would code switch. I
Mm.
one way over here and another way over here. Once I started like finding myself on this healing journey, all right, and realizing me being my authentic self, that people was gonna gravitate towards that. Because you don't have to say you real. People gonna know, right? So once I started doing that, the people started coming. Then more people. And you're gonna get a lot of trolls in them streams. But you gotta learn how to whatever. That comes with it,
Absolutely. Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it
So
does.
1 to 2 long forms a week. For me, with the shorts, I OD on shorts. And the reason why is because I know the hours that people are active on my page. So I don't post them all at one time. You don't want to do that. People gonna get irritated. They're gonna unsubscribe. They don't want no parts. So you find it where it's like a gap where it's not looking like that. Also, scheduling. You can schedule shorts, schedule your long form, and schedule streams. Get people excited. Let them know what you want to talk about. Go to Canva. Go to Canva for your thumbnails. What are you doing? Canva is free. And if you pay the membership, what is it, $10, $12? You go and spend that at McDonald's or wherever you go when you walk outside. So to be, really focusing your social media and you really want to take it serious, you got to invest.
You do.
Opus Clip. Opus Clip, you can upload your whole episode. It will cut
You can.
16 to 18 pieces of content. You know how many shorts you can post with the repurposed content? You know how many? Also, create a playlist. People are lazy. They don't want to go all the way down to the end of your page. They want to see what you got right now. Have a playlist. They can just press play and the whole thing play. So I got season 1 in the playlist. I got season 2 in the playlist. I go live every day, y'all. Y'all know y'all can find me in the mornings. I'm on a weight loss journey. I take y'all with me outside. Y'all be wanting to come outside. Y'all know. Y'all want to be with me everywhere I'm at. Also, I bring y'all with me. I include them in everything. My supporters know what's up. I'm about to create a Discord, but it's only gonna be for everybody that is mods. Cause like my sister said, there's a balance with sharing personal stuff. My mods
There
are
is.
just like me. We only have one guy that's a mod, and the rest is women.
Hmm.
So the reason why the men sector did not happen on the podcast is because only one man wanted to tell his story. I really think my podcast is for women. Every time I post looking for guests, I don't be like, I'm looking for women only. Women are the only ones who respond. Every time. We have a new name now, y'all. It was Voices of Victory. But after doing some research and my boy Chat, his name is not Chat. We call him Chad, all right? But he goes and he look up stuff for me, okay? And I said, I need you to go check this name, Voices of Victory, and see if people got it. Because now that we're growing, we're almost at 4,000 subs, right? Now that we're
Wow.
growing, I don't want to get sued by nobody. Nobody's about to come out the woodworks and be like, "Oh, that's
Right,
my
right,
name."
right, right.
We've been there, done that the first time. We're not doing that again. So, Chat GPT said he has 3 people on YouTube with that name, and 2 people out of them 3 people got it trademarked. So I went to the site and double checked the name that I wanted. All right, and I was like, okay, I can do her Voices of Victory with Tanir P. Nobody got that. Her is abbreviated. Healing, Empowerment, Rising, Resilience. No one has that. Then Emily DM'd me. She said, Tanir, you growing, and can I give you honest feedback on some stuff? I said, what is it? And I trust you. You need to change your banner. You need to change that banner. That banner is from like Canva. Like, people are looking at that. You need to change your profile picture. Go look at my YouTube. She changed my logo, my banner. She changed everything. I gave her permission, and she said, you got to change that name. You can kind of keep it, but I'm gonna send you some options. She sent me the options. The one that stood out to me the most, and it stood on business with my mission. Voices of Her.
Mm.
Voices
Mm.
of Her.
Hey,
Voice
Emily, I see you, girl.
Voices of Healing, Empowerment, Rising, Resilience. No one has
Wow.
the name, and we're in the process of getting a trademark. So, time y'all try to go, it's mine. It's mine.
Tanir. Look at
Yeah.
this.
So,
It's all in the
Instagram
whole year.
got a whole merch line coming. Insane.
It's crazy.
And that
I'm here for it.
because me going live, it was like people were starting to come in and it's like, is it like why the money sign is not on your stream? Like, I want to donate. And I'm like, well, this is the thing with YouTube. Even when you start getting paid with YouTube, they take 30 to 45% of your money.
Well, is it tax or just them?
I think it's just tax.
Mm.
You got to think bigger than YouTube
Think
now.
big, big. Think
Think
big. Yep.
big. All right.
Think
It's
big.
like, okay, YouTube, we getting monetized. Boom. Now, what's the next thing? The merch. Boom. What's the next thing? Any money that we get back from YouTube, once we start collecting, we're investing that into the next thing. Now we got the Discord for the group, so they can stay in tune with everything we got going on, VIP stuff behind the scenes, stuff that people don't see on the stream. Then what are we doing now? We coming out with something else, and I'm gonna tell you after this. So it's like you using it to step up to go higher and higher and higher. And this whole time, like, use your brain. Use your brain. You're playing with YouTube. And then I keep seeing people videos, they be like, I made 22,000 AdSense and all this. And they like, and I go and do my research and they're like, no, AdSense be penny pinching. They screenshotting them numbers. Their videos really got to do really, 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 really
They really
good,
do. Yeah.
and people got to come back and rewatch the whole thing. So the YouTube analytics is more like, oh, this person watched your video, and I can tell you
Mm-hmm.
right here when they clicked off. I can tell you how long they
Mm.
watched it, what their retention is. Like, and that's the things that I had to start paying attention to. I was like, dang, it started up really high up on the graph, and then you start seeing it drop.
Yep.
You only watched 2 minutes of my video. That's it. And then you clicked off. So what am I doing that's not keeping you? And I had to apply
Yeah.
that to my streams. If people think that you got to have millions and millions of people in your stream, you don't. If you have at least 3 or 4 people sitting in there while you run your mouth, your watch hours is building. Your watch out. I got 200 watch hours. Let me tell you, I put myself to the test. I said, let me go live for 6 hours. I'm going to do 6 hours. I'm going to do some crazy makeup look. We going to talk. It's going to be fun. Trolls going to run up and through here. But I don't care. There's 6 hours. When I got off, I hit 13,000 views and 300 watch hours. One stream. And
Wow.
125 subs. From my short, how many times I went viral on the shorts? Every time I post. Soon as I post a short, it goes over 1,000 views. Go check, okay? Because I'm a person that talk, but I can back it up. I post the shorts. I find motivational shorts. I put my own little music on it so it won't be copyright, right? And then I put some hashtags. Who said hashtags is not important on YouTube? Y'all
Oh.
lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all
Baby.
lie.
Hashtag it out. Hashtag it out.
What are you talking about? You lie.
Oh,
Then why is my person on my team that's part of the SEO be putting hashtags and keywords
on
in my description
everything.
boxes, and my videos are doing good, and it's not bots. I go click on it and go see. She go and do research. It takes time. She said, Tanir, I
It
gotta do
does.
your whole page. That means I gotta go through all the titles you wrote and go do research and see what's going to work.
I mean, God will send them. And
And God
plus,
will send them.
success likes fast pace. Success likes
Right.
fast pace. So you
Right.
at a fast pace. I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. Congratulations. This is
Thank you so
amazing.
much,
All of that.
sis.
Maybe I have to
Yeah,
start. I might have to
I'm a
take
direct
your
you to Emily after here. You know how we do. But
I might have to do your 30-day stream. I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna have to figure out.
yeah,
I'm gonna
even
do it.
if you do anywhere between an hour to two, it's starting. You're talking, you talk about your show, and that's what I was missing. It was like the shorts are doing amazing, the streams are doing good, but how can I bridge the gap so people can look at my podcast? All they see is motivational and makeup. All right. So yeah, a lot of hard work.
No, that's right.
A lot of hard
I
work,
know that's
sis.
right.
I got something I gotta tell you after. Sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is pause. To put the mic down, step away, and remember who we are without the applause, the titles, or the platform. My guest today reminded us that healing isn't always loud and transformation doesn't always announce itself. This is the what Voices of Her is about. Honoring every chapter, every shift, and every comeback. If today's
Right.
conversation spoke to you, sit with it, share it, and remember your voice still matters even when it's quiet. Until next time, keep healing, keep rising, and keep showing up for you. Bye.
Bye.